Welcome back. I believe we're up on YouTube at least, so it will be recording as we are underway here at Wembley Field at Black Hills High School. Tony Davila here with Paul Beatty. Underway, Spokane Shadow and OlyTown Artesians. About 2 minutes in, there's a throw-in for Oly, throw-in into the box. Segovia couldn't turn on it. That was Chavez. Crisanto Chavez came up with a rocket just over the crossbar. No good. It'll be a goal kick coming on for the Shadow. Luis Hernandez, starting keeper for the Shadow. J.J. Olson in goal for the Artesians. Ball to the far sideline. Oly in the all blues with the lucky dog on the front of the jerseys. The Shadow in the pale blue with the white shorts. Shadow with the possession right now. They'll work it around the back line. Now they'll swing it forward. Right about midfield, still in their defensive third, looking to clear up the field. They will do just that. Ball back to the Artesians. To the near sideline it goes. Working it to the middle of the field that time. That was Colby Johnson. I know that was Colin Tate that played that on the near side. As keeper outside of the 18, works it over to Callan Martin. Taken over by Tate. Coming. And Olson will scoop that up, throws it out quickly. Goes out to Gonzalez. Pulling that one and that win. High into the air, back post, nobody there. Does go off the head, but not on frame. Olson gonna take this goal kick, goes short. Colby goes to Zaccanini. Zaccanini is deep play down the field, trying to lead Colin Tate, too short. Tracking it down is Howenstein. Covered well, but Howenstein will come up with it, gets it over to Gorman. Gorman centers to Zom. Back to Jackson Moore. Moore to the far sideline, overlapping run, and Chavez will clear that down the field. Daniel Gonzalez comes up with it. Back to Moore. Jackson Moore to Martin. Penner moving up the field. Goes into the 18, Segovia lefty. Over to Gonzalez, too far behind Gonzalez, cut off. But couldn't get a shot on. Coming back with it is Colin Tate. Back to Gonzalez, Daniel. Play over to Khalil Bradison. To Zaccanini. Fake Zaccanini trying to go Mayer. Still in the 18, find his ex-Olympia Bear teammate. Daniel Gonzalez will have it to Zaccanini. Lots of ties to this local area as this ball is crossed over to Bredesen. Khalil, who played his high school ball at Olympia, along with Colby Johnson. Few players put up by Zaccanini and Penner, Timberline, Tate, and Mayer from there. Johnson and Bredesen are from Olympia. Daniel Gonzalez went to Yelm. The coach and general manager both went to North Thurston, and Herrera and Sparks. And Hanson went to Shelton. Lots of teams represented here for the OlyTown Artesians. Tate will have it. Tate works forward. Tate to Bredesen. Overlap Bredesen. Plays it to the middle of the field. Johnson gets the ball taken away. Howenstein to the sideline. Trying to go back. Playing into the middle is Gorman. Chip forward, but nobody was really there. Azam tried to play it up there. That'll be played out by the Artesians. Throw in coming. Not sure who number 3 is. If Paul can go and find out who number 3 is, that'd be great for the Shadow. Ball will go down the field. Juggles around. Over it comes to McClellan. McClellan. And that'll be taken away. Daniel Gind was Adame. Azam with it. Azam will play it down the field. Long play to the far side. And Brem with a cross. That'll go towards goal. Played out of there by Segovia down the sideline. Daniel Gonzalez with a long run. Gonzalez will slow things down in the middle third. Mayer with it. JT. JT still on it. Goes to the near side to Bredesen. Bredesen has time to work. Khalil. Middle to Zaccanini. No slow thing through trying to go Segovia. Segovia gets shielded off. Nicely played by the back line of the Shadow. Segovia is the leading. Working this back line is Spokane. And they'll get the ball up to Azam. Azam. So nice you say it twice. Sees it and he'll play it out of bounds. And looks like he is all right. Ashton Lyons that'll start to warm up. Great run. Luis Hernandez backs up. Hernandez, down the field it goes. Knocked away by Zaccanini, goes off of his knee. Segovia comes back for it. Segovia leads Mayer. Mayer with a slide from behind was Adame. That'll go out off of Ivan. I'll work back to Chavez, who'll work it back to Borja. Borja to Penner. Scott Penner works it across midfield. Penner stops, turns. For the Artesians, but Borja will keep it alive on the field. Olsen with it. Olsen to Penner. Penner looks up. Penner comes near side to Tate. Colin Tate down the near sideline. Bredesen's going to be tripped up. There's going to be a free kick for the Tate. Going to take this free kick, backs up. Trying to get somebody to make the move towards him. Tate gets it right back on a touch pass to the middle. Zaccanini. That is Azam. Trying to cut it off now on the back line. Ball taken away by Shadow with it.
84 fourth minute, 6 minutes to go. Should be very little stoppage time, if any.
Up the field, Gorman with it. Gorman sidestep goes down, but he stepped on the top of the ball. That's Penner playing good D. Borja comes sliding in. Chavez works it down the sideline. Gorman still down. Gorman having a hard time on the field, and it looks like he will. And Devontae Gorman has had a good night. Long runs for him.
They
played very well.
He got frustrated time and again, though, by that back line of the Artesians.
So Devontae will check out.
Yeah. He's got some speed that you can tell that they normally take advantage of and just were not able to connect tonight.
And Bream checks in. Ian will come back in. It'll be a throw for the Shadow. Let go. Borja goes off the side of his foot, up for grabs. Going to have a good shot on goal, but just whiffed on the ball. Kept alive by the Shadow. Still pressing on. Ball in. Howenstein over his head, no good. Olsen going to come running out, and he'll scoop the ball up before Martin can get there. Olsen, long kick, trying to go to Christian Segovia, finds him. Lions to the near side to Bredesen. Khalil with a fairly quiet second half. Had a really active first. Throwing. Borja gonna launch that one into the baseball field. That thing's a long way out there. They'll get the spare ball to throw in. Thrown in short. Turn is Howenstein, and Tate will push that out of play. Ball sent back in. Trying to get onto that was Dobson. Sent out, and there's another corner. 6th of the half, 9th of the game for the Shadow.
None have turned into goals so far.
The one corner of the game for the Artesians led to the first goal. This one goes back post, trying to get all of it. Was Adame. Ivan Adame went up, trying to hit that one hard with the header, missed it. It'll be a goal kick for the Artesians.
Artesians wanting to finish strong here. Close this out and pick up the win.
J.J. Olsen will take this. Olsen backs up, lobs it down the field in the area of Daniel Gonzalez. Chavez tried to flick it forward. Lions trying to keep it alive. Taken, sent up by Bream. Howenstein with it. Tate will cut him off. Borja gets it back up to Tate. And Colin Tate, long lob. Ivan Adame played it well to the middle of the field. Shadow lob it in. Tate turns. Kept in by Bredesen. Probably should have let that one go.
Yeah.
It was going to go off of the Shadow. But Bredesen will come back, track back to the ball, and Johnson will play it up the field. Taken by Adame. Ivan. Step overs, working through traffic, and Johnson down right now is going to be Ivan Adame. And a yellow going to be issued. Is that on Tate or on
I think that's on Tate.
Johnson? Because Johnson was the one that came sliding in. So Colin Tate will pick up the yellow in the 89th minute. And this isn't high school, so we didn't have to go off the field.
Yep.
It's just one that accumulation through the season is what you got to watch out for. Or two. If you get two, you're out for the next game. Howenstein will take this free kick. trying to give the Shadow life here late. Give him hope at the end. He hit one earlier that was low line drive around a wall. This one's at a harder angle. Chips it back post, but that's caught by Olsen. Nobody was running in there.
He saw it all the way.
Ball up the field. JT with it. And lobs it. Segovia going to run that down. Christian Segovia taps it around one. Segovia has an open net shot, and that's going to go in. 4-0 as Segovia does get the shot. Comes sliding in was Adame. But Christian Segovia, do you give him the, does he get the goal, or hockey assist goes to Segovia in stoppage time?
Well, that's literally the 90th minute. It was 89-48.
And the announcer gives it to Segovia.
The scorer's a little more hardcore, though.
It took a deflection off. I think it was going to go wide if it was.
He is. He's. He doesn't give away those singles in baseball either. You got to earn them.
Meyer with it now. Mayer with it. JT dispossessed. Meyer. It's Meyer.
Yep.
I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
It's like lemons. Ball to the middle of the field. Settled by the Shadow. Chavez cuts that off. Goes to Johnson. Colby to Bredesen. And they'll work the back line. Colin Tate will play it back to Olsen. JJ up to Borja. Orhe with it. Back to Colby Johnson. To Penner. Back it goes towards Segovia. Cut off by Azam. Sidestep. Back to the far side. Nobody running on there. Chavez will flick it out. And that'll be a throw-in as a player is down in the middle of the field. Callan Martin down for the Shadow. It looks like that's one that it's a cramp as Daniel Gonzalez is going to help him out. So next game will be here, June 16th.
Yep.
Tri-City Alliance going to be in town. 2 more home games for the OlyTown Artesians. We'll be covering both of them. But the next one up will be on the 16th. Hopefully by then our YouTube and Twitter work simultaneously.
And who knows? Maybe Facebook and Instagram.
Exactly.
Throw it up on all 4. I guess we have one.
YouTube's going pretty strong right now. Ball back to Johnson. Colby up to Bredesen, over Bredesen's head. Cannot keep it in play. Ball will go out for a throw for the Shadow. Ball settled around. And that is going to be the end of the match. Final 4-1. The OlyTown Artesians stay undefeated on the league season as they move up now to 2-0-2 on the year, and they send the Spokane. The OlyTown Artesians come away with the win. First half goals coming, 2 of them from Daniel Gonzalez in the 23rd and 44th. He assisted on the second goal as well. Khalil Bredesen assisted on the first. He scored his own goal in the 25th minute. And then it was Segovia with the hockey assist on the own goal that was sent in, that goes off of Adame. Ivan Adame trying to slide that ball out. Instead it goes in. Howenstein scored the lone goal for the Spokane Shadow on a PK in the 81st minute. The OlyTown Artesians had a PK of their own, but Luis Hernandez was able to block that one and smother it. So
one of the good, one of those nights where you had probably, not probably, should have had at least 2 other goals, and those don't come back to haunt you. And that was key here for the Artesians.
it was. The Artesians jumped out strong early on from that 23rd minute. They played a lot of offense, lots of heads-up play, lots of movement, and talking down the field. And the Artesians played very, very well in this one. Get the win over the Spokane Shadow. If you want to congratulate the players for the Artesians or want to talk to the coaching staff, other people, well, 80, the Artesian Brewery is where the after party is at. That is where the Artesians will be. And you can talk to the players. The owner, I believe, or the general manager, and Brandon Sparks will be there. I think the coach said that he would be there. Lots of players and coaches will be at the Well 80 Artesian Brewery. Thank you to Lucky Dog Casino as well for
exactly
jumping in and sponsoring the Artesians. They are on the front of the jerseys.
I'm going to try and grab J.J.